Well, Congressman Duterte can basically decline as a matter of right. No? Kasi tama naman yung binabanggit niya na no one can actually compel members of Congress to attend before the ICI. But it needs to be clear as well that he has been given the opportunity to appear before the ICI and whatever it is, a future referral to the Office of the Ombudsman involving matters concerning his district or his projects, particularly those within the period concerning the 52 billion insertions into Davao City. I think he will have waived his right to respond to the ICI on the matter. It doesn't prevent him from, of course, replying to the Ombudsman if when the time comes. No? Pero, of course, I think ICI will have to respect declining this invitation, but I guess for the record, it will only be him to date who has declined an invitation to the ICI.
He claims that the ICI was created by the President to save himself.
I don't think so. And again, to be very clear, I think he had made some commentaries in the letter as well. No? I think the mandate of the ICI is all-encompassing. It would want to look into 2015 to 2025 flood control and infrastructure projects. So, irrespective of whichever administration it is, whether it's the Aquino administration, the Duterte administration, Marcos administration, for as long as there is a finding that these projects are ghosts or are substandard or kickbacks were given or taken, I think it is clearly within the mandate of the ICI. No, so I'm saying, and necessarily, if it will involve high-level cabinet members in this administration, the ICI should most definitely look into it as well.
So not political propaganda and harassment?
I don't think the ICI had ever given any indication that it will be tools for political propaganda. So I think that needs to be clarified as well.